Now we'll talk about the fourth type of reagent, SOCl2. Okay, this is also known as Darzon's method. Note it down, since you can get this type of question in objectives. Sorry, this is known as Darzon's method, and this is considered to be as best method for the preparation of haloalkenes from alcohols. This is the best method. Why? I will tell you this thing later on when we'll go down to the topic. Okay, so let me just explain you with the same example. ROH, same compound, but I have changed the reagent, and that is SOCl2. Now the product will be RCl plus SO2 plus H2O. Sorry, not H2O, it's HCl. I got confused in that. That is HCl. And chlorine is there, as you can count here. So this is SOCl2, ROH plus SOCl2 gives RCl plus SO2 and HCl. So I just want to tell you one important thing, that both the byproduct in this type of reaction are what? Gaseous, are in gaseous. This is the main thing which make this reaction so important, because in the case of means in case of these reaction, all byproducts will be so the best part of this reaction is all byproducts are gaseous. Whatever, no matter what compound you are taking for reacting with SOCl2, na? So that in these type of reaction, all byproduct will be in gaseous state, and it is become quite easy for us in such reactions to remove the byproduct, so that we can shift the equilibrium towards this direction, right? But for example, sometimes if I just perform this experiment and equilibrium established where the product and reactant concentration become equal. Okay, so if you want to break that equilibrium and you want to move your reaction into the forward direction, that at that time what you will do, you just remove these gases byproduct, because it is quite easy to remove gases from a chamber. You just open the knob from the upper side, your gases will came out of the system and equilibrium will shift, your reaction will proceed in the forward direction. That is why this is considered to be as the best method. Okay, so what happened if you just remove these byproduct? If we remove byproducts, so where what happened? First, the rate of reaction become fast, right? Simultaneously, your equilibrium can shift. Equilibrium can shift by removing the byproducts. So these are the two main reasons. That is for what we need to remove these gases out of our system. Clear? So the reaction will be ROH plus SOCl2 gives RCl, SO in gaseous state and HCl in gaseous state. That is also HCl in gas. Okay. So let's just talk about the main and important thing, that is mechanism. That's what happened in this type of reaction. Mechanism. Okay. Same method will be applied here also. Two lone pair of electron with oxygen. Now SOCl2. This will be the structure. Clear? Means oxygen with double bond with two lone pair of, with two lone pair of electrons here. Two chlorines are attached side by side. Listen, beta, there is a different mechanism in this type of reaction. So see this thing clearly. First step will be same, that oxygen donates its lone pair of electron to the sulfur so as to combine with it. Simultaneously, what happened? Before, since we have pi bond, I have already told you, if pi bond are present, if pi bonds are present in any compound or in your reagent, and if we donate lone pair of electron to that compound, so the pi bond become weak. So pi bond become weak in presence of lone pair of electron. Clear? जब हमारे पास लोन पेयर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन दिख रहे हैं सल्फर को कहीं से मिलने के लिए, तो ये डबल बॉन्ड क्यों बनाएगा किसी के साथ? सो इन द प्रेजेंस ऑफ लोन पेयर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन्स टू द एडजेसेंट एटम, योर पाई बॉन्ड बिकम वीक. ये बॉन्ड थोड़ा वीक हो जाता है. ठीक है? तो व्हाट हैपन when this sulfur accepts the electron from oxygen, the pi bond just transferred to oxygen back and positive charge will come over the sulfur. Clear? Means electron from this oxygen to sulfur move to this, and once sulfur accept the electron from this oxygen, the pi electron will move to the oxygen, which just increase the negative charge over here. So what will be the second step? What will be the second product will be R O H, simple. Here positive charge, since it's donated electron to sulfur already. One S, oxygen with negative charge, because the pi electrons come back to the oxygen. Clear? So Cl and one more Cl. So this is the next product we obtained. What happened? Again, the same process happened, because since oxygen require electrons, so it start extracting from the hydrogen. So first it start from the extracting hydrogen, means electrons from the hydrogen. Okay, once it's extract the electron, so what happened? Since the sulfur get the positive charge here, the sulfur is positively charged here, you know, because it just donates its electron, it's get positively charged. So once it's once this hydrogen accepts the electron, so to stabilize the charge on sulfur also, the chlorine will remove out of here, and the product will be minus HCl. This hydrogen will remove and this chlorine will remove. Clear? First point mein, oxygen transfer is lone pair electron to sulfur. Sulfur returns the pi electron, means break the pi bond and return the electron of oxygen to the oxygen only. That is why negative charge will be there. Okay. So for some time, positive charge will be there on sulfur. What happened? Because when once it's means donate its electron, means return back the electron to the oxygen, it's just completed circuit by accepting the electron from this oxygen. यहाँ से यहाँ गए electron और pi electron टूटा oxygen से यहाँ गए. ठीक है? Second step में क्या हुआ? There is a deficiency of electron in oxygen. Oxygen ने extract electron किया कहाँ से? Hydrogen से किया. ठीक है, यहाँ से इलेक्ट्रॉन एक्सट्रैक्ट हुआ. फिर यहाँ पे क्या हो गया? जब यहाँ पे हमारे पास नेगेटिवली चार्ज ऑलरेडी वी हैव, तो क्लोरीन क्या करेगा? सल्फर क्या करेगा? इस क्लोरीन को इसके इलेक्ट्रॉन देकर यहाँ से निकाल देगा. ठीक है, फॉर स्टेबिलिटी, because oxygen in with one bond, means one single bond, it is not stable. So for stability, the sulfur will remove this oxygen after donating its electron. So what happened? Your HCl will remove out of the equation, means your system. All right. So next product will be after this R O, oxygen stabilized because it removes the hydrogen as well as it has its lone pair electron now also. S, again double bond with oxygen and Cl. Clear? What happened? Once this chlorine will remove, the oxygen again form bi bond with this oxygen, with this sulfur. So that is why the double bond will be there. Again, the double bond will form here. Okay, same rearrangement will take place in next step. R O O O O S, oxygen Cl. Now again, the oxygen donates its electron to sulfur. Same process will be there. And from this pi bond, the oxygen electrons will move to this oxygen. So that is why positive charge comes over here, and this is known as the negative charge will come over here. This is new rearrangement. So for stability, we used to do rearrangement. Still, this compound is not stable. That is why we used to do new rearrangement. Since alkyl group is attached there, and we need to remove this group and make a final product. So what happened? Again, the charges will get shift, and you will get your final product will be R O double bond S and oxygen with negative sign and this chlorine. So when this lone pair of electron forms the bond with the sulfur here, instead of donating completely, so double bond will be there here with oxygen. So, okay, and this means this has negative charge over here. So what happened in the next step? For stability, again sulfur form pi bond with this means oxygen. तो क्या होगा? ये लोन पेयर कहाँ आ जाएंगे? यहाँ पाई बॉन्डिंग पे आ जाएंगे and this chlorine will remove out of the system. ठीक है? अब simultaneously क्या होगा? Oxygen that is connected here with sorry, it will not be double bond. बेटा एक second. पॉजिटिव चार्ज था यहाँ पे. It will not be changed. डबल बॉन्ड नहीं आएगा. वो आइसोमेरिज्म में आता है बट वो आपको अभी नहीं पढ़ना. That will be in your higher classes. ठीक है, तो क्या होगा? ऑक्सीजन यहाँ पे आ जाएगा. तो ऑक्सीजन के पास सिंस पॉजिटिव चार्ज है और ये हम पहले से पढ़ते आए हैं कि ऑक्सीजन स्टार्ट एक्सट्रैक्टिंग इलेक्ट्रॉन फ्रॉम द अल्काइल ग्रुप. अब हमारे पास क्या निकला यहाँ से? Cl निकला. This Cl will come out in this reaction. So what happened? It start attacking on this alkyl group. ठीक है, and you will get your product RCl and form RCl plus S double bond O. Now this oxygen when it's come means extract electron with this. So after that the double bond will form with this oxygen. ठीक है, तो यहाँ ऑक्सीजन की इलेक्ट्रॉन के पास डेफिशिएंसी थी, इसने अल्काइल ग्रुप से इलेक्ट्रॉन को एक्सट्रैक्ट किया. एक्सट्रैक्टिंग के बाद फॉर स्टेबिलिटी दे फॉर्म डबल बॉन्ड बिटवीन देम. सो ऑक्सीजन सल्फर नाउ कंबाइन विद दिस ऑक्सीजन and this oxygen with the double bond. Okay, so if they ask you that which type of reaction is this is SNI reaction. SNI means SN intermediate reaction. In objective question you can get this thing, SNI reaction. Second, if they can ask you that which type of molecule is this is retention. Why retention? Because the attachment of chlorine is within the molecule. Within the molecule means chlorine just detach from this compound and attach with R. So that is why this is retention. If you just add chlorine from outside the reaction, at the point of time, the inversion will be there. Clear, beta? Let me just explain you this thing again, once more. What happens when ROH react with SOCl2? S double bond OCl2. Okay. So in first step, oxygen donates its electron to sulfur, then pi electron will shift to oxygen. Clear? For stability, next step, oxygen extract electron from the hydrogen. Okay, and hydrogen will remove out. Oxygen after that, for since now it has extra electron and oxygen is also not stable with a single bond, so that is why for stability, let's just remove the Cl and this lone pair of electron will come to the again sulfur. Oxygen will double bond will be there. So this compound will be established. HCl remove out. In the next conversion, what happened? Same, oxygen again donates its electron to the sulfur. And since it get positive charge, so it start extracting electron from the alkyl group, and alkyl group will remove out after donating its electron to oxygen. Clear? What happened in the second part? The sulfur again remove the oxygen for stability, and these electrons will come again to the pi bonding. Now we will get these product. RCl will remove out since chlorine is removing out, and here with from the oxygen alkyl group is removing. So what happened? They both combine and form RCl, and we'll get SO2, and that too in gaseous form. You can write it like with the arrow, or just can mention it as gas. So SO2 and RCl will be your product, byproduct. Clear? And first byproduct was HCl. So the same reaction will be same. Main products first RCl, SO2 and HCl. Three byproducts are here. Three products are here. Out of three, two are byproducts, SO2 and HCl. Clear? Now let's just revise the summary. We're done with the preparation of haloalkenes from alcohols. Now let us talk about the objective pattern. Okay, that what type of question you can get from all these reaction and mechanics. You can get a number of questions out of these, but the specific things are the result of all the reactions. So let us talk about the first one. Note it down, please. The first one was Lucas reagent. Remember? Lucas reagent. And that was anhydrous ZnCl2 plus concentrated HCl. Lucas reagent formula. So first, which type of reaction is this? SN1, racemic and carbocation formation takes place. Three things are specific to this reaction. First is these are SN1 type of reactions. Racemic. Racemic means when both the retention and inversion products are formed. That product is known as racemic. This is already given in your NCERT in detail actually. And carbocation formation takes place. Okay. Let's just talk about the second reagent. Second reagent was PCl5. Okay. PCl5 actually it's just remain in two states. That is, first one is gaseous state and next one is solid state. So in these both type of reactions, we got same type of product, but means the process was different, byproducts were different. So SN1 was this gaseous was SNI type of reaction and retention molecule was retention. And in this SN2 type of reaction, and the product was inversion. Clear? Third was PCl3, I think. Yes, PCl3 was there. So in PCl3, which type of reaction was that? SN2. That was close to SN2. That is why it is named as SN2. Means it was like similar to SN type of reaction. Not accurately, but we can consider it that if you get similar reaction to any type like SN1, SI, so you can just name it as like that. Okay. So SN2 and inversion. Clear? Okay. And two exceptions were there. I just want to tell you, if PBr2 sorry, PBr3 and PI3 is given. So you can consider this P plus Br2 and P plus I2. I just recall you this thing because when you just separated that, they will not written as 3. So you can consider them like this. As I have already told you about PCl5. PCl5 और को किस तरीके से break down कर रखा था? PCl6 negative and PCl4 positive. We were using the two forms of PCl5 in solid state that were PCl6 negative and PCl4 positive. So same, if PBr2 is there, so we will use PBr3 is there, we will use P plus Br2 in the reaction. And if Pi3 is given, then we will use P plus I2 in the reaction. Clear? And the next and final reagent was SOCl2. SOCl2, just now we have done this thing. In SOCl2, which type of reaction is this? Si type of reaction, and compound will be retention. So these are the some important are actually important for the purpose of objectives. Since we have to give board examination in objectives, na? So that is why you have to make these things clear to you, that in which type of reaction you will get which type of product. Means either it is racemic, either it is retention or inversion. Which type of reactions are this? Either they are SN1, SNI, SN2. Okay, and you must just note the exceptions also. So this is, for example, if these are actually possible, but in case of, for example, in 5, PBr5 and PI5, they are not stable. So if you get these two reagent in any reaction, so you just write that this reaction is not possible, or you can select the option none of these. Why? Because these compounds are not stable. These are stable, but in exception cases, as you can see, you can't use them directly into the product as a reagent. So how we are using? We are just using them by splitting or making them first a stable compound, then we are using them as a reagent. Clear? If nothing is given over your product that you have to react, for example, XOH with PCl5. If no state is mentioned over here, because I've not mentioned any state that in which state we are taking this PCl5, so we can write it just gas. Just give emphasis to gas only. Clear? And if they want to give you the reaction with the solid, they will clearly mention that PCl5 in solid state. And if you are taking the PCl5 in solid state, again I'm telling you, PCl5 in solid state will be divided into PCl6 negative plus PCl4 positive. This is the breakdown of your PCl6. First, we will do reaction by using this PCl4 firstly. But secondly, in the last step of the mechanism where we require extra chlorine to form RCl, at that time, in second step, we use this. Since we are adding extra chlorine from out of the system, that is why this form inversion. Clear? Okay, so read in detail about inversion, retention, and racemic compounds, and prepare your notes properly so that you can answer in your objective paper clearly. Okay, they can ask you about the product, they can ask you about the byproducts, they can ask you about the types of reagent, that with which reagent you will get, means if you are reacting the compound with SOCl2, that what type of compound you will form, is either it is retention, either it is inversion or racemic, or none of these. So at that time you must know that the mechanism, that in this type of reaction you will get racemic, in this type of reaction you will get retention and inversion, so on. Clear?